Hello, I'm Dr. Mike Smith from Action Coach in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm interviewing today Sharon Chapman for the Business Spotlight series. Sharon, welcome to the interview, and tell us a little bit about your company.
Thank you, Dr. Mike. I'm Sharon Crow Chapman with Sharon Chapman Design. I am the CEO and principal designer. We opened in 2018 and right before all the pandemic and the craziness hit, but we're we're still here.
Great,
But
great,
it's been a great journey. So we work with we're interior designers and we work with contractors and apartment properties, and we make their space look amazing. So we can get more into the details of what I do and how I make everything beautiful.
great. Thank you, Sharon. Sharon is a current client of mine, and by the way, she does a lot of before and after. I tell her they're great pictures because if you're a visual person, you see the disasters that she takes over, and then the after pictures are wonderful. So what I'm gonna do today, Sharon, is go through and just ask a series of questions about your business and how you grew it, etc. So thank you for joining, and I'm gonna go ahead and start. So when you think back about 2018 or before it, so as we get older, right, we look back and reflect upon our younger selves. So if you're an aspiring 24-year-old that wanted to get into this business, what advice would you give them?
Well, I would suggest to them to find something that they're absolutely passionate about and they love. So that is something that I truly enjoy coming to work every single day. It is always a different project. It's always rewarding because even though you're working through the challenges of a project sometimes, the outcome and the gratification that you get when you see your client smile and they're so excited that I have created their dream and their vision. So that is really, really rewarding.
Right. So going back to when you started in 2018, I know that you had experience leading up to that. So what would you have done differently if you had to start from square one in your business again? If you had to start fresh tomorrow, what would you do differently?
Well, I got my associate's degree and my bachelor's degree in advertising and communication. I would have actually started and gotten my degree in interior design and gotten a little bit more education on the front side of it. I have
Okay.
a lot of real world education and I've trained and taken classes and keep up with all the day-to-day trends and everything like that now. But I think starting from the beginning, I would have done that just so I had all those fine details in my back pocket starting off.
Perfect. Thank you. So as you've started to run your business, you've had employees. So tell us what your biggest learnings have been since you've been an employer and been in business as it relates to
Well,
employees.
yeah, working with people is always challenging because it is, you've got to cater to different things, but you're needing them to do specific tasks to help grow your business. So we go through strategies and when we build different platforms for each position and each job we have. So, I'm very specific about who I hire because that's someone that's going to represent my company.
So as an entrepreneur and a business person, there's misconceptions out there. All your friends think you're rich because you're the CEO of your own company. So tell us about some of those misconceptions and how you address them with your friends and family and associates.
Yes, definitely misconceptions out there. we- so I don't have just a 40-hour work week job. I wear many, many hats and I have to kind of be able to pivot, in the matter of a heartbeat to fix a situation, to help out someone didn't, they're running late to a project. And so you jump in and you know how to install things, you know how to, move furniture, you know how to do accounting. So it's really not the glamorous that everyone thinks it is. So but building that team behind you definitely makes it a bit easier, putting those people in place to help with that. but I work all over the place, and I work day and night. So those misconceptions, we definitely need to clear those up.
Right. So what do you attribute your growth to? You started the business in 2018. You went through the COVID, scare. You're up and running. It's 2024. What do you attribute your growth to?
I attribute my growth to my coaches. So I've always had a coach since I started my business back in 2018.
Right.
And they really, really hold me accountable. So if there's something that I'm struggling with, or, whether it be hiring, putting strategies together, and and things in place to help the company grow, or if we are we look at books and figure
Right.
out where our books are and our numbers are and where we need to be. And I think the best part is that they have really held me accountable. So we've recently made a little bit of a change and brought Dr. Mike on. So I'm very excited, to get another set of eyes on my business, and I've seen some tremendous growth just in the past few months.
Great. Thank you very much for those kind words. I do want to talk to you a little bit about, you say design, right? It's very broad. And one of the things that we worked on in coaching with you is really defining those segments that you have. Could you go through those different segments and the services that you offer for each of those segments and let everybody learn a little bit more?
Absolutely. So we do have different products that we offer our clients. The first division is our cabinetry division, and so we do cabinets of all sizes, shapes, from the basic builder entry level all the way up to a full custom cabinet. And when we do that, we can either offer just the cabinetry to a client,
Right.
and they can come to us with sizes and say, you know what, this is just what we need. Or we can go and do a full computer drawing and create their whole kitchen or bath or whole home with cabinetry and countertops and lighting and flooring. And we'll put a whole plan together for them. And so it makes it so seamless for them and takes the stress out of that. We do that every single day, so we know exactly what the procedures
Right.
are to move forward. We also work with apartment properties and developers. So in that direction, we will work with the developer and the architect, and we will put together a plan and spec out a building, new construction for the entire building. So everything from the stair treads to the size of the tile and everything in that building. And then we'll send it out to the general contractor. And then once the project's complete with construction, we will go back in and we will stage all of the public space and display units and leasing offices. And we even do the outdoor spaces, cabanas, pools, etc. So those are the two big ones, but we love to work with the residents that are in transition, and we do rental furniture. And so if you've got a student nurse, or I'm sorry, if you've got a student or a traveling nurse, or
Right.
someone that's coming in for temporary housing, we're the perfect person, the perfect company to get in touch with, because
Right.
we can turn those things around. We can just bring in a bed and a sofa and a TV, or we can go all the way in with linens and housewares and everything. And we can do short-term or long-term leases on that. So those transitions, we make it very, very seamless for them. And it works out perfect.
Right. Yeah, I've seen some of the pictures of the displays and the furniture you place, and they're all very, very nice. So,
Thank you.
um, Sharon, you want to talk a little bit more about the custom design that you do and some of the projects that you've worked on in the past? I've seen so many pictures, but there's one or two that probably really stick out in your mind that were, big, big projects that really, you're very proud of.
There are several different projects that we're very proud of. Lots of time and effort and years of labor in there. We work with some of our apartment properties, and we do have a developer that we've done several projects with. And so it's really fun to go in and see them completely bulldoze everything in the space. They tear it down and we start from dirt and then watch the creation start. So, I mean, we're literally going from, beginning to end and, pulling all the cabinetry together and the colors and the paint and the lighting. We worked with proper construction companies, and they have and that is one of the properties we did was Villages of Twin Oaks, and
Okay.
that is just an amazing property. We were so honored to be a part of that. um and then we've also done some really big restoration company. We've worked with some restoration companies and done some really big homes, and basements and refinished things like that, and then gone up into the kitchens. And these people are so thankful when there's been a tragedy and a problem, that we can come back in and we can hold their hand through the whole project.
Perfect. So as we build a relationship and coaching, I know that you value your personal life. You've got a child, and you can share what you like with that. But how do you balance your personal life with your business demands? How do you do that and stay a mom and do all those things and balance it so well? Tell us some of your secrets.
Definitely a challenge. So she does come to work with me occasionally. I put her to work. She's 14 years old, but going on 27. And
Yeah.
just I wouldn't have life without her. So she's amazing. But you really do. I mean, I've got some long days that we put in, and there's days that I work from home to make sure that I'm there with her. I quick stop and make some dinner, and we try and plan for meals in advance, so there's things in the refrigerator. You wouldn't be surprised to see me sitting on the sidelines watching a cheer competition with my computer at on my lap while while everything's going on. So and those are the kind of things that it's rewarding to be able to have your own business and have that flexibility,
Right.
but it gives you the opportunity where you will work wherever you can.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing your tips. We greatly appreciate that. So getting back to the employees for a moment, I've talked to a few of your employees. So what do you look for in employees, and how do you foster a positive and productive work environment?
Well, I'm not a micromanager. I didn't like that from day one when I had employers that did that with me. And so I really try and treat them like how I would want to be treated. And that makes such a big difference. And you want to praise them and let them know when they've done a great job. Um, I look for someone when I'm hiring, when somebody that would work well with everybody else on our team, that would kind of fit in that group, because when you've got one cog out of that wheel, it's really going to
Right.
throw the whole process off. So, those are my big takeaways. So, it just makes sure that you get somebody that you feel in your heart is similar to you and has the same beliefs in your that you would in your company.
Perfect. Thank you. So the next one I have is, as we talk about different employees, and I know it's a loaded question because I know which one of these I've given you, but do you use DISC or e-colors or Myers-Briggs or any of these personality tools or temperament tools in your business at all?
Yes, I do feel like the disc tools um are a great asset to have within, because you can really see where your people thrive and where they do best. And that's where you really want to take advantage of those situations, and take advantage of the situations where they feel good about themselves.
Right.
And if you're trying to put them into, if they're a circle and you're trying to put them into a square box, it's just not going to work.
Right. Right. Very good. And thank you for letting me do a disc assessment on you as well. It was great to confirm some of the questions that I have, and you were spot on what my estimate was. So the next comment I have is we're both members of Business Network International BNI, and we're fortunately in the same chapter. So as we wrap up here, tell us who your ideal customer is, and then who's your ideal referral partner.
Sure. So, B&I has been an absolute wonderful tool, a marketing tool for my business. And I have met so many people and really learned how to truly network. A referral partner for me is I really work well with home builders and general contractors. They're fantastic because we can come in and we can help them out. They can stay on their job and then we work with their clients. So we also multifamily home flippers and handymen are good referral partners for us. Property management companies. So anyone that, if you've got all of these properties that you're managing and you've got new residents that are coming in on a regular basis,
Right.
whether they want purchase packages for their new home or if they have rental packages that they need. We work a lot, corporate human resource managers for relocation, whether they're,
Okay.
new home or rentals, or they need furnishings for those. And vacation rental management companies are great as well. So the big ones that we like to work with are developers of new
Okay.
properties. So those are great because they know in advance what projects are coming up, what are being, put on they're looking for permits, and then architects are as well.
Gotcha. Well, Sharon, as we wrap up here, tell us again a little bit about your company and tell us how someone can contact you.
Absolutely. So I'm Sharon Crow Chapman with Sharon Chapman Design, and we are interior designers. So anything inside that white box, whether it be a residential or commercial, we would love
Okay.
to be able to help you out. I can be reached via email at sharon@sharonchapmandesign.com or give me a call 314-224-1551.
Thank you very much, Sharon, and we appreciate your time, energy, and effort today.